So hey, are you ready for Gallantmon to be the bad guy?
It's so weird.
It's so weird, but it's so cool though.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
It's pretty dang
So,
cool. So yeah, welcome to the Anispective cast where we go from rooting for Gallantmon to rooting for Gallantmon.
do we?
I root for Gallantmon.
I mean, I don't in this instance.
What? He's so cool though.
But he's the bad guy.
Yeah, if I want to see him do cool stuff, I want him to just be awesome. Yeah, do it, Gallantmon, get him.
So I'm gonna shorten this one a little bit. A lot of it is Masaru moping and reminiscing about memories of his father and about a time he told his dad to throw a baseball at him really hard and he did it, and then he gave him his necklace.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took that baseball throw like a champ.
Yeah, friggin' Gallantmon, voiced by Masuko Nozawa.
Oh, is it? Who's that?
AKA Goku.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, the same as he was in Tamers.
Huh. Yeah,
So
Gallantmon just
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, Gallantmon just shows up and he starts destroying the city. And meanwhile, Masaru's in a field like, oh man, I remember when my father gave me this weird square rectangular neck pendant I always have that we've like never really addressed, but that's always been here. It sure looks like it's gonna be a plot thing. Oh well.
It really does. Also, I just double checked. Yeah, it is Masako Nozawa.
Okay,
I second guess myself because like the voice actor for DBZ Abridged goes by Masako X. And it's just like, am I just getting the two mixed up? No, he probably named himself after Masako Nozawa because he voices Goku in the, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, actually.
So yeah, now it's just
yeah.
Yeah, if I don't second guess myself, it's actually a useful tool to remember her name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's just a cool detail that they got her back.
Yeah. Masaru catches a ball. Dad, you're a man now, son!
To be fair, Masaru caught a baseball thrown at full force by a grown adult, so...
Yeah, he really, like, just chucked that crap. As we all know, even now, Masaru's fists don't shine nearly as bright as his father's. So there's some power in that throw.
He's just like, yeah, Dad, throw the baseball as hard as you can. And he looks at him for a second. He's like, are you sure? Like, he doesn't say that, but he's just kind of giving him that look. And he looks over to his wife, and she's just like, yeah, sure, do it. And looks at Masaru, and he's got like the fire in his eyes. And it's like, yeah, do it. And he throws the baseball and destroys his hand.
So something just clicked for me. Are you ready for this podcast to be the most "this is made for nobody" thing ever?
Sure.
Because this reminds me of like, it's like, oh yeah, he just throws the ball with all his force, and it's like that ball shone brighter than 1,000 suns or whatever. And it just reminds me of like this really weird, like, just freaking Shonen Jump manga that tried to get started that like just failed and didn't go anywhere. Where the premise is that it's like it's Shonen Jump baseball, and the main guy is like, yo, the strongest like pitch, and it's like the most powerful, but it's like too strong for people to handle, because he puts all his fighting spirit into it, and he has to team up with a guy who's like a catcher, and they're like, oh, but catchers are this dark evil force because when you pitch, you put your entire soul into the ball, and when the catcher gets it, they steal your soul, which is why I am known as the Grim Reaper.
That's stupid.
It's so dumb, but so goofy and memorable.
Shonen Jump, if you want to do a cool thing with baseball, like Dragon Ball Z is shown that like you give super powered people like put them in a baseball game. It's actually really fun. So you know what? Make a little short animation or like an OVA or something of all your main characters like doing a baseball game.
Honestly, that'd be pretty sick, and they have done stuff like that before. Like, there is a crossover between One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Toriko of all things.
Oh yeah.
And it's very whatever, but it's kind of cool to see them all doing the thing. Because it's like, oh, of course, Luffy's whole thing is eating, and, like, Goku's whole thing is eating, and Toriko is literally powered by eating.
Okay, I see.
And, like, all the rival characters meet up, and they all do their big thing. They were really pushing Toriko back in the day. Forgot that. Yeah, Toriko feels like I just never went anywhere, which is kind of a shame. It had some cool moments. I like that just the freaking bad guy is the freaking rival character is just this like just this crazy man with like half his jaw missing named freaking Zebra, and his weapon is like sound powers, which means he literally screams like burst air attacks at people and he shouts things to death.
Hey.
Like, he literally screams and attacks people with, like, sonic bullets and shit. It's so cool. I think there's, like, some point where he somehow manages to, like, scream and form, like, just sound claws or something because Toriko is stupid.
Yeah, I think back when you were watching it or reading it or whatever, I think you were also pushing it a lot in like whenever we would like stream or play games together or whatever.
Yeah.
At the time, I was also kind of like,
God, Toriko literally eats God.
Dumb.
He eats God, and then the manga falls apart super, super hard and becomes horrible. But at least they end on random guns in space. In this series about food, they go to the cosmos in the final chapter, and it's like, out there's a universe of delicacies, and there's like, there's solar systems made of like soup and like stars with noodles orbiting them, and there's just randomly a giant space gun. It's like a giant clock. Then when Gak is good friends with Oda, yeah, food power system was kind of cool, yeah. Like, there's just a point where, like, Toriko uses, like, whole thing as the spike punch, where he punches you with so much force that, like, the hit happens, and there's, like, a delayed second hit afterwards, as you're, like, already flying backwards. And he gets to a point where he unlocks the infinite spike punch, where he just punches you, and as you're flying back, the second hit happens, and the third, and it just keeps going forever until you manage to break out of it. And you just go flying off infinitely. Oh, man. What are we talking about? Digimon? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
There is one thing I do want to mention before we completely leave this, which is that it's like, I need to check out Blue Lock at some point, which is shonen edgy soccer anime that is also over the top. I've literally seen just like one clip, and it's like, everyone's doing the whole thing where they're like overplaying the whole like game, and the guy's like trying to steal the ball from him, and he's like, in position, they have all strategy and stuff, and like one of the main characters swoops in and steals from his own teammate and ruins their plan, and they're like, oh, I get, you were expecting that wasn't part of your playbook, you had no idea to account for Torikawa's villainy. It's like, you underestimated the power of evil. It's like the edgiest crap ever. There's just shots of the guy like just kicking his little soccer ball with like a freaking like lion behind him with like glowing eyes. It's like he's the king of the beasts, a real monster. Oh man, I had to check it out. It seems so good. Right, so Digimon. Right, Gallantmon does a thing.
So, yeah.
These episodes are for nobody.
Yeah, like I said, Masaru kind of mopes around for a while. It's like, oh, my dad's evil now, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, Gallantmon's attacking. Better deal with that.
But how are we going to defeat Gallantmon? What could even possibly... We'd need some kind of a D-Reaper for that.
What?
Oh man, I know, I was trying to do a joke and I got nothing. I started up and I was like, yeah, no, I got nothing for this.
Yeah.
If only we
know.
had something that could fly. That's his one weakness. Oh wait, never mind, he's already flying, damn it.
Yeah, so everybody's trying to fight Gallantmon, and Masaru is just elsewhere, and Agumon's running over to be like, hey, we're under attack, help, and then they go to fight, and we get like the actual cool fight of the episode where it's Shine Greymon versus Gallantmon.
Like, I will be clear, this is a really cool fight though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, there's a lot of genuinely good animation here. Like, they're getting the whole sword fight, it's like actually prolonged and stuff, being like, you know, a one-sided thing. Like, Shinegron's doing cool, like, flips, and like, you know, he's doing like crazy multi-attacks and stuff, you know? Like, it looks really, really good. It's a good little sequence.
Yeah, Shine Greymon pulls out the sword to like, you know, do weapon combat with him, and it's really cool.
Gallantmon knocks the weapon out of his hand, and he just grabs him and decides to self-destruct. I mean, he decides to glorious burst.
Yeah,
he decides to glorious burst all over him.
Yeah, I think Gallantmon is just like, you can't break my defense, and I think Monster just, or like, Shine Greymon, I think maybe just like, oh, shut up or whatever, and the glorious burst.
We won't know until we try. Eric goes off to fight Monster, shows up as the Maw of Hope, then gets wrecked, then heroic sacrifice so that this Roll Knight doesn't ruin the rest of the plot. Yeah, pretty much. Listen,
so,
we have to beat these Roll Knights one at a time, and we're already 2 down, which means there's 6 to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Slapemon took a lot of damage from Gallantmon's attack earlier, but he swoops in to save them despite the damage that they've sustained. And it's like, okay, well, they Shine Greymon can't beat him, so I'll go and fight him. And I like this moment, actually. I think it's pretty cool.
It's so good.
Slapemon gets in and like basically locks down Gallantmon, and it's just like, all right, I'm going to use this attack, and it's like, we're both going to freeze to death. Which is going to happen first? You defeat me, or we both die. It's like, yeah. And it's like Gallantmon is like trying super hard to get away. It is like he can't, and just it's cool. Slapemon just kills both of them.
Will we both freeze and turn to ice, or will your spear break through my shield? And you see the spear break through the shield at the last possible second, and they both just freeze anyways. It's just a little too late.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess Gallantmon's dealt with, but like, everybody's gonna have to start getting their burst modes, because we can't keep sacrificing people to beat the Royal Knight.
Did you see the preview for the next episode?
No.
Is literally like, okay, if this episode Masaru just leaves on his own because it's like, holy crap, we need someone to defend the human world, because that's their whole plan. And Masaru's like, okay, I just need to talk to Dad as the rest of you deal with the Roll Knights that are gonna attack Earth.
Yeah, Masu's like, I have to go alone, and everyone's like, let us go with you. And he's like, no, somebody has to be here to at least hold off the Royal Knights who are trying to destroy everything.
Yeah. And he leaves, and like you see in the episode preview, and it's like, oh hey, more Royal Knights are attacking, and they're gonna hurt Toma's sister. Aw, he's gotta go burst mode.
Nah, okay.
And it's like, okay, yeah, of course you got. Yeah, specifically I think like Crusadermon too, so she has like her army of Nightmon with her.
Hmm.
No, sir, it's just show the burst mode in the preview. They don't give a crap back in the mid 2000s. Yeah.
I don't think Japan cares in general about spoilers.
Honestly, I respect it. I respect the hustle of just being like, you know what? You want to see what happens next? Fine, we'll show you. Here, see this crap. And you look at and you're like, oh, that's really cool. I want to see how that happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure original Digimon Adventure, it's like, oh, the title is like, yeah, this Digimon evolves into this episode.
Yeah. It's like freaking the power of sincerity. Lilymon appears, Claws of Courage, more Greymon. Emissary from Hell, Spider-Man. Do we have anything else to say out this episode? I feel like we would say a lot, but not a lot really happens.
The only other thing I wanted to say is like I kind of noticed that like when something bad is about to happen, there's like a specific music theme that plays, and it plays when Slavemon goes to destroy itself and Gallantmon.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's that song.
Gotta prime the audience. Listen, once you notice that, you will never be able to unhear it. Like, sometimes they break through it, it's very rare. Like, I think the only big null time I can think of is the super infamous moment where, like, Ichigo goes to fight Aizen, and it literally plays his theme music. Like, it literally plays his big hero insert song, like he's gonna go and kick some ass, just for, like, Aizen to literally break his sword and instantly stop the music. He breaks the theme music.
I always appreciate when an anime director like actually does stuff with the music.
I think the more relevant one is like, yeah, just the moment from like the sub of Digimon Adventure, which people should watch because it's so cool. Where it's like Agumon's like going to freaking go ultimate, and he's like digivolving his Greymon, and Braveheart starts up, and then it just fades out into nothing and starts playing the bad Digimon theme.
Yeah.
And it's like he turns into Skull Greymon, and it's like, oh crap.
I think, this is just good moments, stuff like that. I think I remember, if I remember correctly, the first time Gulus Gammamon happens in Ghost Game, like the music starts up for the evolution, and then like the evolution sequence freezes and the music stops too. And it's like, it's a really good little moment.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Man, I wish more people would do cool stuff like that. Like, just directors get on it.
I love theme songs and like character theme songs and like insert songs and like all this stuff. It's so good.
Man, this is unrelated, but it's like, holy, I don't know why it's just suddenly came to my mind. It's like, you really need to watch Chainsaw Man at some point.
They do that a lot.
They have like every single episode has a unique insert song as the ED, like at the very end of the actual episode. And one of them is just this super like, are you familiar with Maximum the Hormone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of their songs, and it feels like it. And they just start bringing it in as like Denji's theme music after a bit. It's so good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like different ending themes is okay, but I really prefer it when it's like it happens in the show or whatever. But okay, yeah, you're
Yeah.
saying it does eventually.
Yeah, they
'Cause,
bring
like,
it into the thing after having it as like an ED once. And you're seeing
okay,
like the action. It's like demon in the name of devil, demon in the
okay, because yeah, I think of like Kill la Kill, where like characters literally have theme songs that play when they're doing a
Yeah.
thing, and like Gurren Lagann, where it's like you've got the cool like I think it plays no, it doesn't always play like the intro theme, but there is like a song that plays whenever a big moment is happening, and it's like, yeah, I love that. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah. Man, Kill Kill had some really effing good OSTs to it.
It's so good.
Shinto Man is pretty good. It's unfortunate some of the charm is lost translated from manga. Yeah, it's like probably the best anime adaptation it could have gone, but it's really hard to translate good paneling. Cause there are just these dumb moments where it's like, alright, so there's a scene where it's like, they're at a bar and Digi's like wants to get with a girl or whatever. And a different girl's like, oh yeah, didn't I promise you that it's like, if you did the thing, I'd give you a kiss? And did just looks at them, like at the girl he actually wants to get with, and he's like, no. And the R1's like, oh really? I really respect, people who keep their word. Are you sure you weren't, like, saying that? And he's like, yes! And it's like the same exact panel. Like a 4-panel spread. I probably completely butchered that. And it's like, yeah, it's like, there'll be these moments where it's like, Dingy's like a date at the aquarium. And it's just the exact same layout of like, oh yeah, they're looking at like a tank of fish, and the girl's like, doing this big page of aquarium facts, and Dingy's like, oh, alright, I don't care. And the next page, it's like the exact same thing, like panel of the fish, exact same layout, like the aquarium facts, and it's just Dingy just looking more worn out, and he's like, I really don't care.
I mean, they
Just...
in the anime, like if they did that, they could have made it work. It's just like you show him the first time, and he's like kind of tuning her out or whatever, and then there's like a wipe or something really quick to indicate like a passage of time or something, and it's just like he just looks more tired.
Yeah, but it's really hard to capture the exact charm of being like, oh, it's like just the exact same page, but again. And they just do it like 3 times in a row. So you just turn the page, and it's like still happening. There's like also a bunch of cool moments where it's like there will be like characters. Like one really cool was that there's a freaking devil called the Ghost. It's like the Ghost Devil, and it just like flicks in nails from outside of reality to like stab people with. No, this is the curse, not the ghost. Yeah, this is the cursed devil. It flicks in nails from outside of reality, which in the manga is shown with like the finger reaching in from like outside the panel and like reaching inside to flick the nail, and it's really cool. It's a really good effect. Like it breaks the format, and you watch it in the anime, and it's like, oh, it just has to do the thing, because how else would you do that, right? Like, there's a lot of cool stuff like that that's hard to capture. Naka did a really good chapter. He uses the pages pilling cab, the traveling building. It was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know the specific instance you're talking about, but like I can imagine. Yeah, he's a bit more serious tone wise. Yeah. It's like it's hard to really capture a lot of the stuff, but boy did they try their best. Boy did they do as good as they probably could have. And yeah, some of those like sequences are just so fantastic. Holy crap. Just like the animation on the freaking fight with the katana devil is just jeez, man. Jeez. But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about? Because I don't want to just be boring you with, like, rant about Chainsaw Man all day.
I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Hopefully the rest of this arc is stronger in the start, but it's still fun. Yeah. So far this arc it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Like, it's a good sub. I'm not, like, super invested, but I'm having a good time with it. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it.
They did answer the question of like, where does this escalate to? And it's like, we beat like a really powerful demon lord. Where does it escalate to? Oh, the god of the digital world. Yeah, that'll do.
It's time to destroy God. No, it's time to attack and dethrone God. Yeah, that's it. That's the meme.
I can't wait for Masaru to punch Yggdrasil out of his dad.
He's going to literally punch his dad in the face, and you're going to see God fly out of him.
Or, like the whatever you saw that like showed a physical manifestation of Yggdrasil.
Yeah. Is, from what I understand, is called something like Yggdrasil 7d6 or some crap. And that's like the designation of what the form is called. And I was
7d6 is a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. I remember I looked it up on like Google Images at some point, and there's like some bullcrap where it's like a manga where Yggdrasil's in that form and they somehow become like an anime girl, but they still look like the thing, and it's super weird.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably a thing.
Was it reminiscent of Quantumon?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yggdrasil 76. Yeah, let's see if I just bring up the image again, just to like refresh my memory, just in case. Because I'm sure if I was to bring this up, it's gonna show up pretty, Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this does not look like Quantumon. This looks like an anime maid girl.
Okay, because that would have explained some things. It's just like, oh, Quantumon is just Yggdrasil's physical form.
Is Wolf Yggdrasil, but instead you turn the shapes into a freaking anime maid. Oh man, so yeah, I guess I'll send that to you after we finally see the form reveal so you don't get spoiled on it. And that's gonna be really goofy, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'll see you around.
I'm gonna boot up the Street Fighter 6 demo and make a weird, create a character.
Alright, later.